Hello everyone, welcome to our podcast, Sister Sister. Just kidding, it's not called Sister Sister. Well, it could be.
Could be. Amy and Ashton, not Tia and Tamara.
AA. Welcome to our AA meeting.
Double A.
So we wanted to get together virtually and talk about just reflecting on 2020. We both have small businesses. We're both creative and we both have a lot of ideas. So we just wanted to get together and just chat and film something, record something. So I'm Ashten. I'm a professional singer. I work on cruise ships and dabble in other projects as well. And since the pandemic, I've been doing vocal coaching, which has all been online and has been really rewarding. So that's my little introduction.
Okay, lovely introduction there, Ashton. I'm Amy, so I'm a fashion designer. I've had a very up and down year last year, but most of the time I was working as a sales support assistant. So I have a full-time job, and I actually started my own business at the end of last year, selling face masks. So that was exciting.
Yeah. So we wanted to start off, because we know 2020 was very doom and gloom. We wanted to start off by saying 5 good things that came from 2020 for each of us personally. So, Amy, do you want to go first with your 5 good things?
No. I think you can go first. I have a think.
So, I think one of the main things for me was the personal growth.
No.
I think before the pandemic, I led a really hectic lifestyle. And I didn't have a lot of time for myself. I didn't have a lot of time for my family or my friends. And it's just the time to not do anything has given me the chance to get back in touch with all of those things. So yeah, definitely the personal growth. Lots of figuring out who I am and what I enjoy when all of the distractions of life is taken away.
Yeah.
Another good thing was the free time to really focus on exercise. And to kind of get in shape and focus on fitness, and get back to kind of when I was a dancer and I was at my peak, to try and get somewhere near close to being back there. A third thing would be, I think my business, literally, you know, going from doing nothing to one day waking up and being like, I can't do nothing anymore. So how can I change that? And then within a couple of weeks, it all manifested. You know, I had students, I had people interested, I was working with singers, and it was really fulfilling and really lovely.
Sounds good.
Yeah, and then number 4 would be 5 was quite a lot, wasn't it?
No.
5 was quite ambitious.
No.
Number 4, I think, touching on the personal growth thing, it would be my relationships with my family and with my friends, because obviously I work away a lot. I work abroad 6 months out of the year, sometimes more. It's really given me the time to have quality time with my family and with my friends, which has been so lovely. And then number 5, I really enjoyed summer last year.
Oh, summer.
It was just so lovely.
Miss it.
Yeah.
It was fun.
You know, doing a workout and then making myself an iced coffee and sitting in the garden.
Socially distancing at the beach.
Socially distancing at the beach. Going on walks with Georgia.
Aww.
Georgia's our other sister. Shout out Georgia. Hello. Georgia got me through that year because we lived together at the time, and yeah. We used to do, like, if any of us were down, we'd stand at the end of each other's bed and do like a dance to like cheer the other to cheer the other person up. So yeah, we had a lot of fun. It was actually, we had some really great moments.
Oh, that's good. Right, my turn. So 5 things. So I think at the start of lockdown, when was that? Well, I actually had COVID, we think, in March.
Yeah.
So I was ill before anyone kind of got furloughed and anything happened. So I went off ill for a while. But I think after that, I just enjoyed the free time. Like, you know, you can't say you didn't enjoy furlough, because I did.
Yeah.
And again, it was sort of exercise and reading, and what else did I do that I really enjoyed? I remember just doing exercising and just relaxing, you know, because it got quite, I can't remember what it was, whether it was quite hot in April. Was it hot? I can't remember.
Yeah.
But I was just lying in the garden listening to podcasts, sunbathing, because we couldn't really do much else at that point. I remember we bought a basketball, so we'd go to the basketball
Yeah,
hoop
I remember that.
and play that. So yeah, there's quite a lot more exercise, and there's a lot more to do, really, because it was just nice out, so you could kind of go for walks that are classed as exercise for the day. And I think another good thing was just, I don't know, just like we concentrated more on the house, so we got a lot done in the house, and obviously we weren't really that bothered before it. But I think because you were there spending a lot of the time in the house and didn't really have anything else to do, it was like, well, what can I do to the house? So we can paint it. We did quite a lot of DIY. Obviously I had my little cat to get us through. Me and Matt had the cat, and I think it was helpful that both me and Matt were together as well, because we weren't, you know, alone in it, because I think that would have just sent me over the edge a little bit. But I do feel for people that were alone. But obviously the Zoom got everyone through. The amount of quizzes we did.
I think at one point we were doing a quiz every night.
I think we overkilled. So we did like so many quizzes, and then we had a break, didn't we, for a while? And I think we've got one on Saturday planned, don't we? A virtual one.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah. So Emily's going to help with that, the other sister.
Shout out Emily. We didn't forget you, Em.
No, not forgot you, don't worry. But yeah, I think another thing, number 3, I think I've probably just blurred them all into one big option, was really getting the time to get back into my hobbies, and because obviously I'm a fashion designer, but I hadn't done fashion design in a long time, so I got to do that in the lockdown. I actually started a graphic design course as well. I was doing so I was doing graphics, studying that. I was doing textiles. I was reading a million self-help books, you know, the usual am I lazy kind of stuff. I just really got back into designing, and obviously we had to wear these awful disposable masks at the beginning of lockdown, so you didn't breathe in anyone's illness. And that was when I got back into my fashion, really, because I had so many like new clothes, because obviously we had nothing else to spend money on, so we'd just buy loads of loungewear. So we'd do that, reusable face masks, and then I just thought, right, I'm going to buy some and just start making them, and obviously you guys purchased some. They were my models as well. It really helped.
And they're so lovely. Everywhere we go, we get comments on our face masks.
Oh.
I think it's because nowadays you dress up, even if you go into Tesco.
Well, you've got to. You've got better to do.
Because you think, this is my one opportunity to look good.
No, I went out to Morrison's before. I was like, right, we're going to go to Morrison's for a change of scenery. So we went and sat to Morrison's. I was like, you know what, I'm going to put my new trainers on. I'm going to put my new coat and my nice glittery face mask.
That's it. I've been wearing sparkly every time I go out.
But it's just, it is what it is. But it's been really interesting to really get into the business, and I joined this group, signed up for this group called Startup Fashion, and it's mainly American, but every like people all over the world do it, sign up for it. So you pay monthly, but you get like loads of classes, and I did a webinar last night, and obviously because I'm new to business, I didn't know, I mean, I've done the odd job, you know, working in every single part of a business, you know, so going from sort of working in support roles and finance for so long, and then it being like, right, okay, I'm full-time now working in fashion. Completely forgot what I was going to say. What was I talking about?
Well, you took all of your experience from the businesses,
so
put it into yours.
That was it. So the webinar I did last night was really interesting, because I was thinking, oh right, you know, we're getting traffic onto my website, which is relatively new. You all help set it up and everything, and they basically said, I said, oh, I'm not doing very well because I'm only getting like 300 views a month.
Yeah.
So she said to me last night, she was like, you know, if you wanted to make one sale, and obviously I'm selling face masks, if you wanted to make one sale per day, you need to be getting 3,000 people to your website per month.
Right. Okay.
So just learning things like that, you know, it's crazy, like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think.
Yeah. And literally everything is online these days.
Yeah.
It really is.
I think if it's not, then you're missing a trick, really. You've got to be online.
Yeah.
Like with you know, you're teaching by Zoom and stuff now, aren't you? So
yeah, that's it. And for me, it is learning how to be a business person, because the teaching is something that, you know, that's something that I've loved to do and I've always done. I'm passionate about. So that has never really been the issue. It's kind of marketing yourself and expanding, and it is the business side of it where you want to reach out to new people, you want new clientele, and all of that is just a completely different skill in itself to actually just singing with someone.
Yeah, well,
and being
exactly.
creative.
Could imagine.
Yeah,
but it's like you're not. It's like I feel like when you're in uni, you don't really get much focus on that aspect. Well,
No.
I didn't get that much business.
That's it.
Mindset.
That's a good segue actually, because I feel like, and I've had this conversation with quite a lot of people, when I was at drama school, it's like they prepare you for a career in the West End and nothing else.
Oh, okay.
And within performing, there's so many avenues that I don't think people realise. There's, you know, becoming an artist in your own right and gigging, and a lot of that I've done in the past. There's teaching and vocal coaching. There's, you know, working behind the scenes, going into film, TV. There's literally so many avenues to explore.
Yep.
But when you graduate, you don't really know about any of them because you just have your eyes set on the West End, because that's all the training is geared towards. And since the West End is now gone,
Well,
you know,
That's
and
not
has
good.
been for a long time, you have to get creative and you have to think, right, I have this set of skills, how can I use them in a world where everything's digital,
Yeah.
and I'm used to being on a stage in a theatre, how can I make that translate into being at home doing what I do? So in a way it's a good challenge, because I mean, we both are learning instruments, we're both learning
Yeah.
the keyboard,
Yeah.
so you know, that is a great way to kind of stay at home and expand what you can do and build on yourself. But
Even with the gig, like the DJing, I've become a
that's
amateur
it.
DJ since
have?
Christmas, you know.
Our New Year's Eve was absolutely banging.
It was slamming, yeah, it was. And I did a little go on Facebook, didn't I? And I got kicked off from Sony.
Yeah.
That was exciting. I only played about 3 songs, and they were like, "I'm sorry, but liability issues. You cannot play this."
Yeah.
It's like, for God's sake, I don't even know what I'm doing.
Yeah. And I think also it's connections, it's meeting people and working with them.
Yeah.
Like I've done a lot of collaborations this year, working with songwriters, working with different artists, and that's lovely because you learn from each other when you do that, and it opens more doors because you never know what it could lead to, and you know who you know and what you've done.
See, I think that's a good thing for you because obviously you've been through the drama school, you've got all them contacts still, you're still quite young, you've stayed in contact with a lot of people from your uni, so you've got all them contacts kind of built up already as well, like that network of people. Whereas like I've felt a little bit lonely because obviously I started my business and I've not been in the fashion industry for about 5 years properly. I mean, I've done internships, but that's another story. But I've really struggled with networking because like I've just started it with no network kind of thing. So apart from family, and obviously because we live down south now, and all of my potential customers are all up north, so that's been hard for me because it's like, well, I'm trying to start this business and you feel quite alone, and it is hard. It's rewarding and fun, but you just have to spend that extra time building up
that's very
relationships
true,
on Instagram, and then it's like, it's kind of a bit like you, it's like I don't have them that kind of skill set. Mine's more, I just want to design, and design is all I want to do. I just want to go in my office and throw some fabric on a mannequin, maybe throw a bit of paint at it, and see what happens.
Put a bit of glitter on it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll paint a bit of glitter on there. I'll do a bit of lace. But to actually think, right, it's like a completely different world. Yeah. Because you're like,
how can I earn a living from
exactly,
this?
You're thinking, I want to be a fashion designer. I don't want to be sat behind a desk. But it is quite, there's some, it's quite fun, and doing like interviews for, like, I've been trying to connect with the community quite a lot. So locally I've helped out some people again who are launching new businesses, doing interviews for them, and I'm thinking, you know what, they've helped me out that way, I might just throw a mask their way.
Definitely.
Yeah, but it's been a very strange year.
Yeah, it has been a strange year.
But you learn to appreciate what you've got a little bit more, though, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
I mean, I do really wish that I lived by the beach. But again, I'd probably get shouted at for going on the beach.
Yeah.
But
I think those are things, I mean, I say we're never going to take them for granted again, but I reckon after a couple of months, it's within human nature to go back to taking it for granted.
Yeah.
And we always have that grass is greener on the other side kind of perspective. So I feel like it'll be a novelty at first to have life go back to normal. And then after a while, people will moan and all of that will come back.
Oh, there's so much traffic on the tube. Yeah. I'm sick of people. It'll be like that again, won't it?
Yeah.
But it will be nice because I think the last time I went into London was maybe about a year ago.
Really?
Yeah, it will have been, because we've not been since the lockdown, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Been to Chichester more times on that beach.
Yeah.
Obviously socially distancing.
Yeah, of course, always. And I think, me and you, we both have had COVID, and me and like my household, we got it really bad. I think we got like the new strain or something.
Yeah, and you got it over Christmas.
We got it over Christmas.
Was it Christmas Day after Christmas Day?
It was Boxing Day that we got tested positive.
Depressing.
Yeah, and we were really, really ill. And it's one of those things, I had that mindset of, if I get it, I'll probably just have a bad cough for a couple of days and then I'll bounce right back. But it's 4 weeks on now, and I'm still not 100%.
It takes a long time to recover, and you're just tired all the time from it. But I don't think, I think you probably did, because mine didn't last that long. Mine lasted about 2 weeks. Yeah. Or I was like, for about 3 days I felt really sort of ugh. And then after that it was just complete tiredness and exhaustion.
Yeah. But in a way, having it, I think, was a good thing.
Oh.
Because for one, my whole family got it, so that fear of, if one of us catches it, there's a chance we might die. Yeah. Kind of it goes, because you think, okay, we've had it, we've recovered.
Right, okay.
That fear of the unknown has passed now. Because there was always a fear with Georgia. Shout out against Georgia. With her asthma and her, her heart and stuff like that, that she would really struggle. But she's bounced back and she's fine. So it's kind of a big relief. And I also think it makes you less resentful of being in another lockdown, because you've experienced firsthand how awful it is to be that ill. So you kind of have it in your mind that by doing this you're keeping others from going through the same thing, or even worse. So it was kind of a wake-up call for us all to catch it and go into the new year with like that mindset of, this is a good thing that we're protecting people by staying indoors.
True.
So what are your goals? Like, what are your short-term goals that you would like to do?
Short-term goals.
I just really threw you in at the deep end.
I know. Well, this was another thing we were talking about, that webinar last night. It was like, do you want them in the business or just everything? Personal, professional?
Let's just talk both.
Well, I think at the minute, it's really hard actually, goals. But I've told you, haven't I, that I've stopped watching television. For this month I'm trying to not watch any TV. Yeah. For the whole month. And I mean, it's day 3.
Yeah.
I am fully committed. Literally haven't watched telly on it. So that was a short-term goal. And I came up with that because I just felt like obviously, we all suffer from a bit of, I suffer from a bit of anxiety and depression, and I felt like I had the January blues. And I found that I was mainly just sitting around doing nothing, watching telly, kind of feeling a little bit sorry for myself in this lockdown.
Yeah.
As probably everyone is.
Yeah.
We're all feeling the same. We're all a bit being stuck in. But I just thought for this short term, I just want to try and see how productive I am if I just don't watch telly. Like, I finished kind of binge watching what I was watching on Netflix, and I just wanted to see how I reacted, and I feel like it's given me a lot more energy, and I'm being a lot more active in my life.
Yeah.
And I was reading something a few nights ago, and it was basically telling you, I think it was something that Mum told us to watch about some series on BBC. I can't remember the name because I don't remember names very well, but it was about being more active in your life and stop doing things more passive.
Okay.
And what it was this thing, it mentioned about exercise, and it was saying, because I get bored very easily, and it was saying you can there's like a way of reframing how you look at it. So it was saying about exercise, it was saying when you exercise, you need to be using your brain. So if you tend to get bored and quit things easily, you need to look at it a different way. So because I started running with my partner, and after sort of 3 days I was just fed up. I was like, I'm really bored of this. But if it was giving you tips, like if you listen to podcasts while you're running, then it keeps your mind active and keeps you more zoned in. Yeah, exactly. So that was when I thought, right, well, I'll try that a little bit more, and I've just found that I'm more active, I'm doing more things.
That's good.
So that's the short-term goal. It's just a little help to get out of the blues, really, and see if it works.
That's really good.
Yeah, I thought I'd give it a try.
There's an app you can get, and it's like, I think it's called Zombie Run.
Oh, right.
And you put your earphones in while you're running, and apparently it mimics like a zombie apocalypse, and it mimics the sound of zombies chasing you.
Oh, that's well fun.
And it encourages you to run for your life.
Gives you anxiety, I bet.
Because you can hear these zombies chasing you. Imagine someone just running down the street like,
no! They're just walking along, and you're just there next to them like, terrified, like, just having a breakdown over there. Oh, wow, I'll have to look that one up.
Yeah.
But I think that's it, really. I mean, I just want a nice house.
The house is lovely now that you've made all the changes.
I'm quite happy with it, It's a lot better than it was when we first moved in, anyway. It feels a lot more homelier.
Yeah.
But I think, I just want to give, obviously with my business, I'm wanting to move it into clothing. Yeah. So I want to do a lot more designing. I want to get into that. But like I said, at the minute I'm torn between doing the business side of it, which is all the marketing and the sit down, and it's so hard to then switch brains and be like, right, I need to create and design. Yeah. So I've got a few goals for that, kind of to get on with.
Yeah, that's good.
And then obviously I think that's it, really. I just want to try and do that as long as I can and see how much of a success I can make out of that.
Yeah. I think that sounds really good.
Yeah. What are yours?
Mine's very similar to yours, actually. I did the same in January. I think a lot of it was having COVID and not being able to sing or exercise, because those are the things that literally get me through. And so I just ended up, Netflix watching constantly. And then it got to the point where, it's too much, and you think, right, here we go, I need to change it. So mine is to sing every day, even if it's literally just my 10-minute warm-up regime, just to make sure that I'm doing it. Because I also worry that I'm going to go back to work and they're going to be like, right, sing Natural Woman by Aretha Franklin. I'm going to be like, oh,
oh dear,
it's been a while. So to sing every day, and I think to do the little things to stay stimulated and engaged. Like exercising. I think it's interesting as well what you said about using your brain while you exercise, because last year I followed a lot of other people's workout routines, whereas this year I've been coming up with my own.
Oh, okay. It was quite big last year, all them workout. There was loads of Instagram, wasn't there? Instagram followers.
Yeah,
can't remember
Instagram.
The name of, there's so many home workouts.
Yeah, but then I feel like I have last year I exercised with no real goal. It was just because it was something that I loved, whereas I kind of have a goal this year it's just like specific parts of my body that I want to target, and I want to get stronger without losing any weight, because I've always been naturally like a bit
Small,
of a twiglet.
petite.
Yeah. So I don't want to lose any weight. I just want to build on the muscle in the areas that I want. So yeah, it's coming up with workouts that are gonna do that for me. I want to carry on practicing my piano and getting better at that, and the guitar, because I do neglect the guitar. I get really complacent with that, and then I actually teach guitar as well, and sometimes I find that the 1 hour a week, or how many students I have that are learning guitar that week, is the only time I actually pick it up myself. So yeah, more of that. And then I think just generally, I feel like mentally I'm in a good place. I'm in a good place where I have a good circle around me. I have good people, and I just want to continue with that. And I've been reading a lot and like reflecting a lot, meditating, and I just want to carry on doing all of that to just feel good. And then in terms of my career, I don't really think realistically there are any goals right now. That everything's so uncertain. So I think as long as I keep being positive and attracting the things that I want to attract, I think it will just lead to good things.
Yeah, definitely.
So I'm just gonna take it day by day and see what happens.
Yeah, you can only really take it day by day at the minute anyway, can't you? So
yeah, definitely. Yeah. So is there anything else that we've missed talking about? Do you have any advice for anyone listening?
I would just say, like we've said, take it day by day. Keep check of your mental health.
Yeah.
You know, exercise, meditate, eat healthy. I found that helps me, especially meditating before bed. That really helps. So just doing like body scans. And if you do have a bad day, don't beat yourself up about it, because I can sit there and beat myself up about having a lazy day, not feeling great. Like I got up late this morning because I was so tired. I'd literally cleared out my whole studio yesterday, and I didn't realise how much I'd done, and I just could not get out of bed this morning. And I just thought, you know what, I'm just going to have a bit of a lie-in, and I'm just going to chill out and not beat myself up, and I feel so much better for it. But I think definitely exercising at least half an hour a day really helps. And just keep in touch with friends and family as much as you can. Zoom people, ring people, do quizzes.
Do random things that I mean, I even will go on Zoom and watch a movie with a friend, and we both have the movie on the laptop, and you can see their little square in the corner. You know, things like that.
Nice.
That you would do in person anyway. There's ways to do at home. And I think you're so right when you say don't beat yourself up, because that's one of the biggest things. And then you just end up in a vicious cycle.
You do.
You don't do something, and then you punish yourself as a result, and then you don't do it even further because you feel so bad.
And then in the end, you just end up lying there eating a tub of Ben and Jerry's with the Papa John,
literally
on the couch crying.
In an existential crisis. Thinking, is this all there is?
Exactly. I've all been there the other week. So I think you have to be forgiving, and you have to be kind. And I've heard people in the past say, you know, super driven people say, you've got all this time, use it. What are you doing if you're not spending it doing? And I'm thinking, no, that's not it right now. This is the time to be kind to ourselves, and the progress will happen gradually. I think if we overwhelm ourselves and think, okay, I've got all this time off, I need to achieve X, Y, and Z. At the moment, everyone's mental state is compromised, It really
I think.
is.
And unless you're in a really amazing place, I think there are a lot of people that right now that is just too much to take on and to even think about. So I definitely agree with that.
Definitely.
Right, this has concluded really nicely on 30 minutes long.
Oh, that was quite good.
It's almost like we planned it.
No,
So yeah, obviously we're gonna add links to both of our businesses. If any of you sing, if any of you want to purchase some of Amy's beautiful masks, honestly they're so lovely and the quality is so superb.
Oh, thank you very much.
And she
Ashton's
works
a very
so
good singer.
hard.
I try.
Thank you.
Ashton's taught me a few tunes.
Yeah, we've had some singing lessons in the past.
We have.
Yeah.
It's been fun.
And then Amy does karaoke and she's like, no, I'm shy. And then half an hour later she's singing Titanic. And the whole family's like, Amy, I thought you were shy.
I was shy, you know.
She just needed that half an hour to warm up.
Yeah, it just takes me a while to get into the zone.
But yeah, we hope you've enjoyed this little chat that we've had. We hope that you feel a little bit more positive and a little bit more inspired if you are in a similar situation to us.
And even if you are, you know, drop us some comments and tell us what you're up to, what have you been doing, when was your last crisis, you know, the usual.
Yeah, definitely, please do, because it's so nice at the moment to hear from new people, because we so rarely meet anyone new nowadays.
No.
So it's really nice to have new conversations with new people. So yeah, wishing everyone a really lovely day or night, whatever time you're listening to this.
Yeah.
And yeah, take care
Thank
of
you very much.
yourselves. See